Good evening and welcome to Information Please, your Peoria Public Library on the air, bringing you information about your library and your community. And this evening and next week, I have Nena Burbank, and she's going to talk about new books for children. These are always great shows. Nena knows what's getting well reviewed, what the kids are anxious to get a hold of for the next series, and so here we go, and you get lots of suggestions for what you want to watch. Hi, Nena.
Hi. Well, I thought I'd start with congratulating everyone on the summer reading. I hope everyone was summer reading.
Yeah.
We had a lot of good books this summer, so I hope you caught some of them. If you didn't, I'm going to be reminding you of what's going on here.
Well, I know I've seen a lot of kids trooping in and out of the library with huge stacks of books, and I've seen a lot of kids curled up in one of our reading chairs reading, so that's been fun.
Yeah, so I'm hoping everyone had a pleasant summer and were able to read. So what I'm going to get started with first are some early readers. So let's see what we got here. We got some familiar favorites. One of the ones that A Year on the Farm is a DK reader, Dorling Kindersley. These are really, really nice for kids who are just starting to read. Oh. They've got interesting topics. This one's all about how the farm works and different things on the farm, but written in a way that early readers can manage with just maybe a little bit of help, but still good. This is a level 1 reader. So just come and check out the easy readers, because I think you're gonna find some really fun stuff. The next one I want to talk about is I Will Take a Nap. This is one of my favorite early reader series. Elephant and Piggy are hilarious. Mo Williams is a genius. That's all I gotta say, because these kids love them, parents love them, people that aren't even parents love these books. They're just hilarious. So, if
humor is good.
Oh, and he just keeps rolling them out. So there's always going to be a new one, every few months.
Yeah, he gets another one.
Yeah.
Do they all have to do with the same characters? Or?
Yes. It's always Elephant and Piggy who are friends and who always have things happening. Usually Elephant is the clueless one. Piggy's doing something, he doesn't know what the heck's going on. This one I think is great. I Will Take a Nap. I love this sentiment. Oh. That's one of my favorite things.
That's one of those things kids never want to take a nap. Adults always do.
And who has the opportunity?
Yeah, naps.
The next one I want to talk about is a new series that we've got. It's a bilingual series called Ole English. And I actually brought this in because I wanted to show some of the pictures. It's such a cute monkey in it. So we've got the English on the top, and then we've got the Spanish on the bottom.
Underneath.
And it's just a very nice, clear illustrations. I like the bubbles. Sometimes kids have trouble with the bubbles, but they're put in such a place that I think that they should be able to do that.
Okay.
So that's another good series.
And that's great for teaching kids Spanish or ESL kids who need to work on their English.
And it's
wonderful.
If it's fun enough, sometimes we have adults that come in who want to learn English that get these too. So, that's always a good thing. And then there's a new series, and I don't know if everyone knows about this. It's an easy reader series. It's Amelia Bedelia, which a lot of kids are familiar with. Peggy Parrish's Bedelia.
Sure.
Her nephew, Herman Parrish, when she passed away in '88, he started writing the books.
Oh, okay.
And he has a new series out that's an easy reader series, and Amelia Bedelia is a little girl. So this is her roots.
Oh.
And she's still the same. Very literal.
Yeah.
Very literal, but it makes more sense with a kid than it did with an adult. But, so we have those, and this one is Amelia Bedelia is for the birds.
Oh, fun.
So, and she still looks like herself. She's just younger.
Yeah, just younger. So it's like the prequel.
Yes.
To Amelia Bedelia. Mm-hmm. How fun.
So yeah, I think that this is a good one for kids, because kids always love those, and this is a good one for them to get started on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the last one I want to talk in this group is called, this is Ballet Cat is the series, and this is the totally secret.
Ah, all right.
Ballet Cat has a friend, Sparkles the pony, which makes so much sense in a preschool sort of way.
Yeah, it does.
These are by Bob Shea, who also does the Dinosaur Versus books. It's like Dinosaur Versus Bedtime, Dinosaur Versus Mom, Dinosaur Versus Library. So this is that same series, kind of crazy and frenetic. And this one is really nice because Ballet Cat, of course, likes ballet.
Of course.
But we find out in this one that the totally secret has to do with Sparkles and how he feels about ballet.
Okay.
So I won't give away the
living
secret.
at my house, we have a horse and we have cats that hang out together. So to me, this is totally understandable that there could be this secret discussion about ballet with a horse and a cat.
Right.
I can see that happening.
Yeah, and My Little Pony, that just sort of
Yeah.
segues in. So these are some really nice ones for early readers. I'm not going to say easy, but early, that they can really get into it. They're made just for them.
Yeah.
So those are really nice and fun. The next set I want to talk about, let me get these up, are ones that are picture books, but maybe ones that a parent would read or an older child would read.
Read to the kids, yeah.
Yeah. Ice Cream Summer by Peter Siss. Peter Siss has been around for a long time and done a lot of different things. This particular one I think is appropriate for the summer reading.
Yeah.
So he gets a letter from his grandfather asking, are you keeping up on your schoolwork, kind of thing like that. And he's like, yeah, I've been doing some reading and I've been doing some math and world history and everything. What he doesn't say is that it's all about ice cream. All his math is about ice cream, all his reading is about ice cream, his world history is the world history of ice cream.
Well, you learn better when you use something that you're really fond of.
Right. So he's learning history, he's learning cartography, and it's got a really nice ending because at the end he gets a nice reward for all his work from his grandfather that actually has to do with ice cream.
How about that?
So it's all good, right?
Uh-huh.
The other one is Whose Shoe, and I think that's over on the other side over there.
Yeah.
Whose Shoe is about an honest mouse.
Oh, okay.
It's a mouse that finds a lost shoe. And instead of keeping it for himself, he goes around and asks every single animal that he can find, is this your shoe? Is this your shoe? No, these are the kind of shoes I have. Is this your shoe? No, these are the kind of shoes I have. He finally does find the owner, and there is a happy ending all around because the owner has some good news for Mouse about the shoe.
Oh, good.
So Mouse gets
Well, this
the
just
reward.
makes me think of when you're driving down the highway and mysteriously there's a single shoe in the middle of the road, which happens more often than one would think. And I always
this could be
want
one
to know
answer.
how that shoe got there.
This could be one answer to that.
All right.
Because
I
when
may
you
have to
find the
read
owner,
this book
when you
and
find the
find out-
owner, it's explained.
Where that shoe came from.
The next one I think is going to be a really good one for what's coming up, which is school.
Yes.
This is Monkey Not Ready for Kindergarten.
Oh.
So this is poor Monkey. He's got a week and, he's really worried about kindergarten. It's going to be different than preschool and I'm worried about this and that. Some of the things he's worried about is what if he gets on the wrong bus? What if they don't have red crayons? What if he doesn't like the snacks?
Yeah.
So his mother and his father and his brother and some of his other relatives are doing things to help him realize that it's going to be okay. It's going to be great. His brother says, this is what happened in kindergarten when I went. His parents are taking him different places going, this is like this. This will be
This is
fine.
like kindergarten.
We got a new backpack. We got a new lunchbox. It'll all be good.
Yeah.
So by the time he gets there, he even has a play date with some of the kids that are going to be in kindergarten with him. So he's ready. When he gets there, he sees his friends. He sees his teacher who's really nice. And he's good.
It's good. Yeah, it is a traumatic thing. And of course, we do have a selection of books that can help these little ones transition, whether it's, into kindergarten.
Right.
I think even into middle school or high school, that we've probably got something that you
Right,
can read
and-
about it, picture it, visualize it, and it can help get over the
Right,
hump.
and we have a section called Kid Concerns,
Yeah.
and
Meant
all the
for
diff-
parents.
Yeah, all the different branches should have that section, and just take your kid there, find the topic you need, and work with that. This will probably be going in there eventually, but
Yeah.
so yeah.
Okay, cool.
The next one, not my favorite topic, but every kid's favorite topic, Billy's Booger.
Yeah.
This one has a little bit more to it than just playing with the whole thing like that. It's basically a memory of William Joyce, who wrote the book.
Oh, okay.
And he was always a person who drew, and he always was getting in trouble, and he just couldn't find his place.
Mm-hmm.
And the librarian had a contest for reading a story. His story did not win, but his friends loved his story so much and encouraged him because, oh, my friends, my peers love this story. Maybe that's where I should be. And so it's basically about playing to your strengths.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with being different, and sometimes that's good.
Yeah.
So he used a segment from his childhood to help other kids. So that was
Great.
kinda cool.
Yeah.
The last one I really want to talk about, I did bring this one because I just wanted you guys to see the waggle dance. This is basically talking about the bees and kind of on a really, really simple level. And I just wanted to show you there is a bee doing the official, I love that this is the official word, the waggle dance, which he does
Right
this thing,
there.
he does the figure eight, and then he waggles, and how many times
Yeah.
he waggles is how many miles away.
Oh, okay.
So this goes into that whole,
It teaches
how they
all that.
found out about what the bees, how they communicate. And, like I found this beautiful field, here's where it's at, oh, let's go, kind of thing. And they know exactly because of the way this little waggle dance. They know exactly how to get there.
And for, those families, parents or whatever that are concerned about the crisis with the bees and the bee collapse, what a great introduction to understanding how important bees are to us.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, we've got our hive is back out at, our observation hive's back out at North Branch for the summer.
Right. The kids were missing it during the winter. I
yeah.
had a lot of kids in my story time that were very concerned about the bees.
Yeah, where are the bees?
So we either say, I think one year we had to say they were in the hospital, but they were fine. And another year we said they were on vacation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they go south where it's warmer. Yes, we found our observation hive just doesn't work that well for over the winter.
No, but they're back, and kids are amazingly. You see them over there all the time, looking at the bees. And, oh, there's that one's doing this. Kind of thing. They really are fascinated by the bees. So this is a really good introduction for that. It's like explains a little bit of what they're doing.
Yeah, fun.
So we're gonna shift some gears here.
Okay.
And we're going to move on to some chapter books, and I've got lots.
Chapter books. And what age do chapter books start?
These particular ones, chapter books start about 2nd or 3rd grade.
Okay.
Some of these are about that. This particular set are a little bit older. We're talking maybe like 4th through 6th grade for these particular ones.
That's a great time when kids are
They've got
the ones that have really grabbed a hold of the idea of reading and enjoy it. And
they've gotten the whole technical down,
Yeah.
and now they can enjoy the story.
yeah, exactly.
So this is like really fun, I think. The first one I talk about is Ends of the Earth, which is that middle one on the left. I'm always have trouble with right and left.
Yeah.
This is a series, and this is the 3rd book in the series.
Okay.
And the series is called Schools for Spies. And spies is got a period after every single letter, so I know it's an acronym,
It
but I
stands for something.
Yes, it stands for something I have no idea. The main character is Max Segredo, and he is gone for the school spies, and he has discovered that he really wants to be a normal kid,
Yeah.
but they're not going to let him.
Yeah.
So to get to his goal, he's going to have to go through a lot of adventures, a lot of saving the world, a lot of close calls before he can get where he wants to be.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a thrill-a-minute book going on here. Him trying to get to normal. Everyone else actually probably wants to be where he is.
Yeah.
But everybody wants to be what they aren't. But yeah, so there's going to be a lot of fun reading and action in this one. Yeah. So I think,
Cool.
Yeah, so check out the first two because I'm sure that they're just as exciting.
Yeah.
So.
And that could be one of those that it's much more comfortable to read because you learn the characters and
Right.
can go on with them. They're familiar.
So yeah, that's a good one. Another series, it's called the Atlantis Saga. This is the 2nd book in the series, Atlantis in Peril. The first one is Atlantis Rising. It has to do with, of course, Atlantis.
Atlantis. And Atlantis seems to fascinate everybody no matter what age.
Any mystery, you know.
Yeah.
This one, the main characters are Promi, I'm not sure, in Atlanta. And they have saved their city by turning it into what we think of as Atlantis, sinking it, to save their city from evil. But we know we have an evil spirit warlord, of course,
Yes.
named Narkazan. I'm probably not pronouncing it right, but he'll come and
Sounds
get.
good to me.
So we have this whole thing, and they're trying to save the Atlantis from this guy, and so we're gonna have an adventure there too. The next one I want to talk about is Dork Diaries. You either like Dork Diaries or you don't.
Okay.
So this is called Tales from a Not So Dorky Drama Queen. This is the 9th in the series. This has been going on for a while.
Okay.
The main character is Nikki Maxwell, and she has a diary that she writes her deepest thoughts in. Okay, this
Deep,
one,
dark, and secret.
yes, this is her worst nightmare book, okay?
Okay.
Because her diary is stolen by her #1 bully, Mackenzie.
Oh no.
And Mackenzie has decided to use what she finds in there against poor Nikki. So she hijacks, because she gets all the passwords, she hijacks her website, starts putting up cyberbully things so that Nikki gets in trouble at school and might get expelled. So what's Nikki going to do? How can she prove her innocence? Can she get her diary back?
Yeah.
So we've got this whole tension thing. We've got the mean girl. So yeah, I'm surprised it isn't a movie, really.
Yeah. It sounds like it. It sounds very much like the type of thing that a lot of the movies.
Yeah, the Pretty Little Liars and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
Everything
really
based on.
surprised
And
I
you just
haven't
wonder if
grabbed
we're
it.
ever going to get away from bullies. It seems like people talk about bullies more than they ever used to.
I don't
I
know.
don't think
We have
it's
more
getting better.
opportunities for bullies. I think that's
You
the
think
problem.
what it is more opportunities.
Yeah, we've got not only just being with somebody, but online.
Yeah.
So there's more
So do you
opportunities.
think it's empowering for kids to be able to read a book like this? And
I think yes. I think it puts them into a more perspective. You can see that this isn't a you're alone problem. This is a problem that happens to even a character in a book, and here's some of the solutions. Maybe you need to. And I'm hoping in this book, I haven't read it yet, but I'm hoping that she talks to an adult about it at some point, because
Yeah.
I think that's a good solution for kids too, to talk to a trusted adult.
yeah, somebody that will listen to you.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. So let's see, I've got Just My Rotten Luck. Patterson's at it again. His middle school series, this is number 7.
Wow.
Yeah. Rafe is back at the dreaded Hills Village Middle School. He's tried out for football, but it put him right smack dab with his nemesis, Miller the Killer. So he's got to come up with something. He's aiming toward popularity. If he can save his team and get the secret project he's been working on working right, he might get there. If
Right.
Miller the Killer doesn't kill him.
Well, now James Patterson, has been so popular for so many years with adults, and now he seems to be just cranking out these books for younger
it's like
readers.
he found another niche, and he's like grabbing it and running with it. So he's
Yeah.
pulling these out and just shooting them out like crazy.
Yeah.
And they seem to be popular. So
Okay.
that's fine, Patterson's building in his own audience, I think, because you read as a kid, you see the adult book and go, I remember him.
them. Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, he may just have a lot to say about life lessons for that age group or something too. So
Yeah, it could be, and they always got the underdog. That's always popular. So, the next one I want to talk about is Meg Cabot, also a very prolific author, writes for just massive amounts. This is her new series, and it's kind of like a companion series to the princess ones. And this is from the Notebooks of a Middle School Princess, and it is about, let me see if I can get all the names here. Olivia Grace Clarice Mignonette Harrison, who is 12 years old. She lives with her aunt and uncle because she hasn't ever seen her father. And she's pretty average. Average height, average weight, average student.
average everything. Brown
Average
hair.
everything, until a very bad day when everything goes wrong. She gets bullied, she gets a suspension, a demerit. Everything is going wrong on this day.
Aw.
Until a giant limo pulls up with, guess what? Her half-sister, Princess Mia.
Oh, all right.
So we're starting it all over again with a new princess.
Okay.
So this girl, she's like, maybe I'm not so average after all. I'm a princess. So she goes to live with Mia and Grandmere and Father, and this is going to be a new adventure. So she's picking up, and she kind of backtracked a little bit and said, okay, here's another kid. We're going to go with this series now. Mia's married and moved on, and here we go.
Okay. So got a whole new one.
Yep. So yeah. The other one I want to talk about in this chapter book, this particular section, is Goblins on the Prowl.
Okay.
Bruce Colville has been around for a long time, and he's had a lot of different series. This one is a sequel to Goblins in the Castle, which was written I think a decade ago.
Oh,
he's really good about this. He did a series where he did 2 books, and then 15 years later he did the last one in the series. So he gets
and by that time those kids are grown up.
Yeah, it's like he gets distracted. Yeah. So anyway, so he's got this one. It's the 2 main characters, William and Fauna, are invited to Toad in the Cage Castle, which was the last scene of their triumph, where but something happens, accidental spell brings the Toad to life. It picks up William and runs away with him. What are you going to do?
Yeah, that's what you want to do, is be kidnapped by a toad.
By a giant frog, giant toad that used to be a stone toad. So here we go. So Fauna, of course, has no match for a 10-foot toad. Yeah. So she has to enlist some help, find out what she can do, go back and get some help with, spells and things. But she has a problem. She has this terrible secret, which could help everybody, but which could lose her friends. So we've got this whole conflict going, as usual. Things are happening so.
Yeah, set up and great, yep.
So that's for all you Colville fans, if you're still kids.
If you're still a kid. If not, maybe adults want to find out what finally happened.
Yeah, just move on back.
And let your own children enjoy them.
Yeah. I have 3 more I'd like to talk about. One is Mothman's Curse, which is not a sequel to anything, and not a part of a series.
It's just a standalone book.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's about Josie Fletcher and her brothers, Fox and Mason, and they moved to a small town, but it's a haunted town.
Of course.
Yeah, so very realistic characters and situations, but then we have the scary element with the ghosts and the hauntings and kind of a mystery, because we're trying to find out what happened and why this is this way.
Why is it haunted? Why is it this
way? Very fun for kids who like that genre. So
yeah.
Not too scary, but scary enough to give you a bit of a thrill.
Scary enough to read with a flashlight under the bed covers, right?
Right. That makes it best.
Yeah. And heading out of summer with the camping and being light a long time and heading into fall, then you get all that fun, scary stuff for fall, and as we build up to Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
It could be a good one to read for that.
The other one that I want to talk about is a Genuine Sweet, or since it's based in Georgia, I'm going to say Genuine. Genuine Sweet. This is a new book. This is a debut novel by Faith Harkey. Genuine is a 4th-generation wish fetcher. Who knew? Right?
Yeah, that's a new one.
She
a wish fetcher.
Yes, a wish fetcher. She can grant anyone's wishes, but her own and her family's.
Oh, all right.
And she could really use some wishes. She's in a bad situation. Her father is an alcoholic. They have no income but her grandmother's pension, and then her grandmother dies.
Oh no.
So we've got the drama, we got the magical element with the witch fetcher, we got the drama situation with the tragedy and the bad parent. It's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, you can't do that. And no mom, it sounds like.
Yeah, no mother. Yeah, we're working on kind of 2 things going on here.
Have you read that one?
This one I have not read. I would like to read that one.
Because I wanted to know more about what a wish fetcher, how you end up being a wish fetcher.
Well, and when the word gets out, she's inundated.
Oh, yeah.
So, people find out she's a wish fetcher. It's like, oh, will you grant my wish? And of course she has to grant the wish, but then, she's overbooked and,
Yeah, I can't do this all day long.
Right.
Well, I might even read that one just because I would like to know.
Yeah. So, the last one I have is Craft Camp.
Oh.
And, of course, I'm always going to be fascinated by anything that has anything to do with crafts because I love crafts. This is one that most kids could do most of these in here. I'm going to show you, let's see, where's a nice one? Well, here's a game that you can make. Very easy. It's the bird toss.
Oh, yeah.
Just like basically a piece of canvas or any material, some paint, and some birds that you can make. Or if you have birds you can toss, you can. Not real ones. Okay, no real
real birds.
No
These are stuffed birds that you made.
So yeah, just really, this is an egg cup flower mobile made from.
Oh, nice.
So I mean, a lot of different things with stuff that you probably already have in the house.
Yeah.
That
Good for those very last days of summer when everybody's just fed up with everything.
Right. This is making a winter hat.
Aw. Well, you can get ready.
Yeah. So there's a lot of really, really, really good ideas in here. So I would say just pick it up if you need something to do. I mean, we can even do sand castles. Those are fun.
Oh, yeah.
Sand candles, I'm sorry.
Sand candles. Yeah, how fun.
Yeah, so there's just some really, really good ideas. And, of course, I always like indexes. But they also have, like, patterns in the back.
Oh, that's nice.
The templates. So, I mean, you don't have to
Everything's
draw it
there
on
ready
your
to go.
own. So, yeah, I love this one.
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
So, yeah, there's some really, really, really good ideas in there. So
all right.
check that one out. That's a good one.
Well, we've come here to the end of our first segment, but we're going to be back and next week with our second segment, and then after that, the week after that, I believe we're going to do teen books.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of great information there. So while summer reading is wound down, there's still plenty to do at the library, and of course, great books to check out and read as kids transition from their summer activities into school. You want to keep an eye out for things like book clubs and our robot building and Lego builders and all the other fun stuff that we have going on at the library that can help, enhance your kids' school day. We'll see you next week on Information Please.